7-0 game and the second strikeout of the inning for Team Elite Black, and 2 outs now in the top of the third. Again, Symone, not the type of at-bats you need if you're Tennessee Nationals. You really want to make something happen here, and don't let these hot Team Elite Black batters come right back up to the plate. See if they can get some 2-out magic here.
Definitely, and I've seen a lot of magic happen with 2 outs here at LakePoint Sports. So it's not impossible. I've actually seen our last game here, the last game that I watched, I've seen 8 runs scored with 2 outs. So it's not impossible.
It's not. It's happened before. So you're telling me there's a chance.
There is a chance. And that's all you need to have is a chance. And you want to make some plays here for Tennessee National. They have Reimer Barnett from Bearden High School, class 2023, second baseman at the plate now, going against Caden Spivey, who.
And Reimer's going to chop that one to short. And, oh, misplay there that time by Team Elite Black and the shortstop, as he didn't get that glove down enough, Symone. He didn't put that glove to the dirt, and that ball squibbed right under his glove, and that's going to be an error on him. And we got some life with 2 outs now, hopefully here for Tennessee Nationals Red, as we will see now Luke Lawson from Halls High School.
And that was only their second time getting on base. They haven't had a runner advance to second this whole game.
They haven't. Have not had a runner past first base, as Lawson takes ball 1.
And and that's why I like to see, you got to commit to the run, because you never know what happens. We've seen this tight infield magic working with Team Elite Black, but at any given time, a ball can roll off of a glove and you can find yourself at first base. So I'm glad to see that that runner kept a full head of steam heading to first and didn't give up on the play. You always got to commit to the play, and I like to see that there.
Exactly. Got to run hard all the way through to first base. Never give up on the play. And that's why you got to put the ball in play if you're Tennessee Nationals Red. Make this defense field the ball. They have been good thus far, but they are not prone, or they're not perfect. They're not mistake proof. They're going to make some mistakes if you keep putting the ball in play. And we saw one there. And now we got a 2-1 count here.
And I like to see the aggressiveness of team Tennessee Nationals Red. You see their first base runner is trying to steal second. I like that. You have to do that. And you see now another error.
Second straight error for Team Elite Black, as second baseman in the shift couldn't find his footing, and he couldn't make the throw. He gloved it cleanly, Symone, but he couldn't get his footing, couldn't get back up to make the throw. Honestly, I can't say I've seen that one before. He just couldn't get back up.
And the Nationals have some juice going here. They have a runner on first, a runner on second. The first time that they've had 2 runners in play at once, and the first time they had a runner on second. So now Team Elite Nation has called a meeting. They haven't even given up a run, and they're calling a meeting. That just shows you how militant, like I said, this team is. After 2 errors, 7 runs, haven't given up 0 runs. Coach said, come on, boys. We have to talk.
And you got to think that meeting was more so for the infield than the pitcher, because, I mean, the pitcher has been doing his job keeping the ball in the infield. His infielders, though, just haven't helped him, as shortstop let a ball squib and squirt under his glove, and then second baseman fielded it cleanly but just couldn't get up and find his footing to make the throw. Maybe, I don't know if the turf is a little slippery out there or what, but Team Elite Black trying to lock back in here, as Tennessee Nationals Red has a little mojo going here, as that one is slapped to short. That time he's going to make the play. Quick throw over to first in time for out number 3. So Tennessee Nationals Red showing a little life here in the top of the third, getting runners on first and second with 2 outs, but couldn't make anything of it. But, again, positive signs here for Tennessee Nationals Red. They're doing it on defense, making things happen, and the bats seem to be coming alive just a little bit. They're at least putting the ball in play, and you like to see that, again, making that Team Elite defense work, not just, striking out and letting them just stand out there.
Definitely, and it was very unfortunate they weren't able to score a run off of that inning. Like I said, they had a runner on first and second. They weren't able to convert it to any runs. It is the bottom of the third. The score is 7-0. The Nationals down on Team Elite, but like you said, they were still able to get more offensive juice going than they've been able to get all game. And last inning, they only gave up 1 run to Team Elite. If they can replicate their defense from last inning, hold them to no runs, or just 1 run again, then they will be able to advance to another inning here.
And for what it's worth, that play that Bennett Reimer slapped that one ball into second, they actually ruled that a hit. So 2 hits now for Tennessee Nationals red. So, making a little silver lining of it. Can't say they got 1 hit this game.
And now they have a new pitcher out, Cameron Graybeard from Thomas Walker High School. He's a class of 2023 right-hand pitcher. So we have a new pitcher. Hoover is going to get a rest here going into the bottom of the 3rd. Hoover was pitching his fastball around the mid-80s. He did some work in the 2nd inning, only giving up 1 run when he was going against a very powerful hitter in Jaden Anderson, a Georgia State commit who scored the 1 run, and also Nolan Schubert, a USA gold medalist who is heading to Michigan. He only gave up 1 run. That was very productive. They had a very productive showing from the outfield that made a lot of big plays there. We want to see them replicate that here in the bottom of the 3rd so they can keep themselves in the game. Now they know that they can get on base.
Right, and now really for Tennessee Nationals red, it's about establishing that confidence. And if you're Cameron Graybeard, the number one thing you can do here is have a clean inning. Don't want to give up any runs. A 1, 2, 3 inning will be just what the doctor ordered, and we'll see if they can get that. But even if you give up a hit or 2, you don't just want to give up any runs here. You're already down 7-0. You can't go deeper into the hole if you're Tennessee Nationals red. So we'll see what they're able to do here defensively in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Team Elite Black, though, they smelling blood in the water, Symone, and they're trying to put this one away on the same token.
And as y'all can see here now, we switched the view to Team Elite's dugout. Their coach is giving them a talking to, and like I said, you can see them in the dugout. They're all quiet in there, just chilling. Nobody is celebrating their 6 runs. These guys are strictly business when it comes to Team Elite Nation. We got a couple of guys socially distanced in that dugout as well. A lot of dugouts, Dylan, you see here at LakePoint. I like the lively dugouts.
The loud and rowdy dugouts.
Yeah, you like a loud and rowdy dugout. It gives a little flavor of the team. But like I said, this Team Elite team is all business. No rowdy, all business. And we see it here as they are up 7-0 on the Nationals. I would love to see what the vibe is like in the Nationals dugout. Let's take a little peek. The guys are on defense, so it's not that many guys in the dugout. But they're all standing up, very attentive, cheering on their outfielders.
Cameron Graybeard has gone to work here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He has a 1-1 count, I believe, yes, on the Team Elite Black batter. And Graybeard, 1-1 pitch is in for strike 2.
Okay, Graybeard, 2 strikes early. Let's see if he can notch another one here, get a quick first out. I like what I'm seeing from Graybeard so far.
Graybeard's 1-2 pitch is skied into center field, but again, center fielder has a beat on it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Center fielder's been busy out there.
He's been
today.
busy out there.
A lot of balls have gone his way, but he's been under all of them besides the one that went over his head. Like I said, he couldn't do anything about that one. That was just a well-hit ball. Other than that, he's been solid out there, making every single play that's come his way.
A quick first out there. That's what the Tennessee Nationals doctor ordered. A quick first out here. It was a 1-2 count when that out happened, so the count was in Graybeard's favor, and another out.
That one lined to right field, and right fielder came down with that one cleanly. And now 2 quick outs here for Cameron Graybeard and Tennessee Nationals red. Again, Symone, like you said, this is just what the doctor ordered. I think he's only thrown 5 pitches this inning, and he's already got 2 outs. This is a successful inning thus far for Tennessee Nationals red. Get those hitters right back up and see if they can finally put some runs on the board. And Gabriel delivers a first pitch strike here in this at bat.
Pitch coming in at 71 miles per hour.
Looks like he took a little bit off a changeup there, maybe. Some sort of off-speed pitch. And that one a little outside for ball one. Count even now. One pitch from Gabriel is on the way, and that one low and outside for ball two.
2-1 count here, 2 strikes. Gabriel, if he can help pitch his team out of this one, as a foul ball came in from anywhere.
That one might have came over from field 14. I think it did.
And we see some wind is moving. You can look at Gabriel's jersey and see that some wind is blowing out here on the field.
That wind is pushing, but no matter, as he delivers a good pitch. 2-2 count now here for Gabriel. And one more strike here, and we have a nice quick inning, 3 up and 3 down here for Tennessee Nationals Red. Let's see if Gabriel can finish the inning off here with this 2-2 pitch. It's on the way. And that one scorched into right field. That one's going to get down, get to the wall, and that's going to be an easy double here for Team Elite Black. 2-out double, keeping them alive here in the bottom of the third. That was just a rifle to right field.
That was a rifle, definitely. And the runner advanced to second. It was a double, but that's still very positive if you're the Nationals. You had your pitcher, Gabriel, throwing darts. You had your outfielders helping you out, got 2 quick outs. They didn't give up a run. That's the most important thing. They do have a runner on second and want to see if Gabriel can pitch them out of this one. But he is getting help from his fielders, which is very important.
So a little 2-out trouble here for Gabriel, but this one's going to get popped up. Oh, it's going to get down. They're going to get to first in time. No, runner slides to first safely, as that little pop-up there caused a little confusion. At first, Gabriel thought he was going to be able to catch it. As soon as he didn't, he did dart over to first base, but first baseman couldn't get there in time. That was Ian Hubbard trying to make the play over to Gabriel at first, but good hustle there from Team Elite Black to get to first. Now runners at the corners with 2 outs, and another foul ball has hit the field.
They need to get it together over at field 14.
Fouling off a lot of pitches, and we're only guessing it's coming from field 14, but that is the closest field. And by the trajectory of the way the ball is landing, Symone, I think it's coming over from field 14. So
Team Elite has a runner on third, a runner on first, trying to get to second.
Gabriel trying to pick off the Team Elite Black runner at first, but he gets back safely.
And let's see if this runner on first has any speed on him. You don't usually see the first baseman or the catchers swiping bags, but we can't put nothing past Team Elite.
That's right.
It's 2 outs now, an empty count. Runner on third, runner on first. I want to see the Nationals make a play here, keep this thing competitive. And if they can, even if they give up 1 run and get an out, I like that. I want to see them get this quick third out, though, because I do believe that this team can make this thing competitive. As they've shown so far, they've gotten much more efficient on defense.
Yeah, if you're Gabriel, you want to keep this game right where it's at. 7-0 here, bottom of the third inning. Team Elite Black threatening again to add on some more. That pitch fouled off. 0-1 the count now. Gabriel, though, has come in and done a great job in relief of Andrew Hoover, who had a little bit of a rough outing. But Tennessee Nationals Red far from out of it, as that 0-1 pitch in for strike 2. Good job that time by Gabriel to paint the corner there, outside corner of the plate.
2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on third, runner on first. What would it be from Gabriel?
And he's going to throw some high heat, it looks like, but it goes for a ball. And it's a 1-2 count now.
1-2 count. He's still ahead of the count. Still 2 outs. If he can just deliver 1 more strike here, we can take this thing to the 4th inning and see what their offense can do.
Actually, an 0-2 count. They called time before that last pitch was thrown. I think another ball hit the field. Now, again, Looked like high heat from Graybill, and now it's actually a 1-2 count. Graybill working with pretty good pace here. 1-2 pitch on the way. That one is going to go foul.
Heads up. You got to keep your head on the swivel when you're roaming through LakePoint Sports, because at any given time, a ball can threaten your life.
If you're at LakePoint Sports, you are always on the playing field no matter where you're at, so got to keep your head up.
You might need to start wearing a glove.
And hey there, Symone, we look at he was trying to steal that base as he was going at 1-2. Oh, and the left fielder missed it. It's going to be an error, and that's going to score 2 runs. Oh, 2-run error from the left fielder, and now we see it 9-0 here. He looked like he had a beat on it, was trying to put ball to glove, but just couldn't come up with the catch. That is a crucial mistake. Should have been the end of the inning. Instead, it's now 9-0 here, and Team Elite Black got a little two-out luck there as left fielder just couldn't come down with the ball.
And I hate that. I hate that for the Nationals. They had 2 strikes, 1 ball, and 2 outs. 0 runs was given up so far, and that, like you said, that 2-run error to left field. And Dylan, the left field has been the weakness of their defense all game.
Yeah, they let that 2-run double get to the wall, and that's why it ended up being a 2-run double, because they let that ball get to the wall in the bottom of the first, and now an error out there caused another 2 runs to score, making it 9-0 here in the bottom of the third. Graybill's 0-1 pitch outside for ball 1.
A runner is on second, trying to get a lead to third. Graybill has been staying locked in this game so far.
Yeah.
1-1 count.
And that's why you also hate it for Graybill, as that one looks like it is going to be caught by the right fielder as he ranges over to right center for the third out of the inning. Should have been a clean inning for Cameron Graybill, but that error out in left field caused it to be 9-0, a 2-run error on the part of the Nats. And you really hate that for Cameron Graybill, because he had such a good inning, and that should have been the third out of the inning. And he ends up giving 2 runs, but should have been a clean inning for Graybill. So now Team Elite Black is only 1 run away from that magic number of 10 to get the mercy rule and end this thing early here. And you got to think next time up in the bottom of the 4th, Symone, they're going for the knockout punch.
Definitely, and I want to see this offense from the Nationals get some runs on the board. The Team Elite Black played Kane Central yesterday. They didn't give up any runs. So far in this game, their current opponent, which is the Nationals, hasn't scored any runs. That Team Elite defense, that infield is timely, and they're throwing darts around the infield, not letting the runners advance past second base. The Nationals haven't been able to get past second base. They've only gotten on base 3 times here today. And that defense, like we said, Dylan, the Nationals defense, their sore spot has been that left field. Even when it was line drives and not big bombs going to left field, that has been a sore spot, and that's where they have been giving up most of their runs. And you saw that there when the ball was going to center field, when it was going to right field, they were able to make quick plays on the ball. But when the ball is trajectory is left field, the Nationals defense gets a little bit shaky.
And you got to think Team Elite Black has noticed that, and maybe once they come up here in the bottom of the 4th, they're going to try to hit some more balls toward left field. So keep that in mind in the bottom of the 4th inning when Team Elite Black is back up to bat. But right now for the Nats, we got to see if they can put some runs on the board. They need it right now, as Ian Setzer is going to lead things off here in the top of the 4th inning for Tennessee Nationals Red. And now it looks like we're going to have a quick meeting at the mound between first baseman, third baseman, pitcher, and catcher here. Well, now third baseman and first baseman have gone there back to their respective defensive positions. And just a quick meeting here between pitcher and catcher. And now we're going to get this top of the 4th inning underway, again with Ian Setzer out of Grace Christian Academy.
And I want to see Ian put some pressure on Team Elite. Make them work for it. Team Elite has another game at 5 p.m. today that I'm sure they're trying to get some rest for. Their meeting probably was about, hey guys, let's end this thing so we can get a break before 5 o'clock. And this tournament is bracket style, so another loss for the Nationals is definitely going to hurt them as they want to advance to the bracket style.
2 quick strikes here from Team Elite Black, and Ian Setzer finds himself in a quick 0-2 hold. But yeah, like you were saying, Symone, just the offense has not been there today as Ian Setzer just strikes out. Again, another good morning, good afternoon, and good night for the Nats here. But they just not have been able to get anything going on the offense as they've only had 3 runners all game long, 2 hits, and only 1 runner has been in scoring position today for Tennessee Nationals Red here. And already a quick out here in the top of the 4th. That first pitch, though, in this at-bat goes inside for ball 1.
Definitely want to see the Nationals just get on base. Don't want to see them go scoreless in this game. They went scoreless yesterday against Diamondbacks.
So
we want to see them get a run, make things competitive, make people respect that Nationals red uniform when they're walking around LakePoint this weekend.
Exactly. And 2, you just want to help it for the morale of the team, as that one is going to squibble down the first base line but go foul. But you do just want to see this Nationals team score a run for the morale of the team, morale of the dugout and the clubhouse. And when they're walking around LakePoint themselves, you know, being able to help hold their heads high a little bit, but they haven't been able to get on the board here so far in this tournament. So if anything, you just want to at least get them 1 run come across the plate. So we'll see if they can do that here in the top of the 4th. 3-1 count here, and that one is going to be slapped into left field, and that one's going to get down for a hit. 3rd hit of the day for the Nationals, and starting off pretty well here. Runner on first, only 1 out. Let's see if they can get some things moving here in the top of the 4th inning.
And it's going to be Peyton Armour from Meigs County High School, a class of 2023, 6'2" shortstop. Usually shortstops do pretty well at the plate. Let's see if he's got that power on him.
And Peyton takes a first pitch strike.
When I see the Nationals and I see the red, it just makes me think about Washington. This team is from Knoxville, Tennessee, y'all. Keep that in mind.
Right. Usually when you're talking about Knoxville, Tennessee, you're thinking about some burnt orange, but we're talking about some red and black here now. So
I wouldn't call that orange burnt.
It's not. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Tennessee orange isn't a burnt orange. It's actually pretty bright, actually. Nothing really burnt to it when you think about it. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one outside and away for ball 2. 2-1 the count now here for Peyton Armour.
You had me confused when you said burnt orange.
I don't know what team I was thinking about when I said burnt orange. Can't remember now. There's some team with burnt orange, and that one is going to trickle past the second baseman. That's going to be a hit, and it looks like we're going to see a runner get to 3rd, and that ball gets away from the 3rd baseman, so Peyton Armour is going to help himself to 2nd base. And now we got runners at 2nd and 3rd here. Top of the 4th, only 1 out. Tennessee Nationals looking like they're ready to get on the scoreboard here.
Definitely, and this is the first time we've had a runner on 3rd for the Nationals. They have 2 runners in scoring position now. Last inning, at the bottom of the inning, they had a runner on 1st and 2nd. Couldn't bring either one of those guys home. Now they're only working with 1 out here. Let's make this thing competitive. Bring some Nationals home. That's only the 3rd hit of the game, and 4th hit of the game, and it produced a runner on 3rd and 2nd. Let's make this thing competitive here.
Yeah, the Nats have gotten as many hits as they had in the game here. 2 hits in this inning when they came into this inning with only 2 hits in the game. So a good top of the 4th inning thus far, and they have to come away with a run here. If they don't, that's definitely going to just be a major blow and take some wind out of the sails for this Nationals team that has some momentum thus far here in the top of the 4th. And now We see Ryan Littleton back at the plate with a 1-1 count here. Littleton with a prime opportunity to put this team on the board, and he's going to shoot one into left field. Looks like the left fielder has a beat on it, though, and that one wasn't quite deep enough to bring J.K. Hamilton home, who's the runner on third. So 2 outs here. Not a very productive out, as if he could have hit that one just a little bit deeper, maybe could have gave J.K. Hamilton a try to come home. But now still runners on second and third, though. 2 outs now for Ian Hubbard, who's at the plate now. And you just want to hit, just put the ball in play if you're Ian. Make this team elite black defense. Get you out. Don't give them one here with a strikeout. Pitch on the way. That one is going to be lined to the shortstop. He can't get it, just on the outskirts of his glove. And that's going to be an RBI single for Ian Hubbard. Puts Team Nationals red on the board. And we got a 9-1 ball game now. Good piece of hitting from Ian Hubbard, as he just got that one over the outstretched glove of the Team Elite Black shortstop. So great hit right there. And I know the shortstop is mad. He wish he had that one back, but just couldn't get to it in time, as Ian Hubbard hit a laser into left field.
And J.K. Hamilton was able to bring it home for the first run of this game and the first run for the Nationals overall in this tournament. J.K. Hamilton bringing it home. Now the Nationals have a runner on third and a runner on first who is itching to get to second with a lead off. They have 2 outs, an 0-1 count coming in.
And now it's going to be 0-2 after the swing and miss. And that's not done here yet. Still have an out to spare. And like you said, Symone, runners at the corners. Let's see if they can't put one more on the board here before we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. 0-2 pitch goes down and away for ball 1.
And it has to be a 10-run lead for the mercy rule. So now the Nationals give them a 2-run cushion when they head into the bottom of the 4th instead of 1 run.
Runner's going to go from first, and no throw even going to be made. I think actually it was strike 3, and that's why the catcher didn't make the throw down. And that is going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So they leave 2 stranded, but have a pretty productive inning. Get 3 hits in that inning, score 1 run, no errors on the defensive side, and we'll move to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll see if Team Elite Black can put it away, or if Team Nationals Red can hold the Team Elite Black to where they're at right now and keep it a 8-run ball game. And it looks like Cameron Graybill is going to come back out, and as he should. He had a very good bottom of the 3rd inning, and we'll see if he can replicate that and maybe even have a no-run inning for the Nats here, as they haven't had that all game. Giving up a run every inning here thus far. Let's see if they can put a goose egg up on the board in the bottom of the 4th.
And the score is 9-1 in the bottom of the 4th with Team Elite rolling. They scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 4th when the Nationals went scoreless in the top. The Nationals went scoreless again in the 2nd inning, and Team Elite was only held to 1 run. Heading into the 3rd inning, the Nationals went scoreless again. Team Elite was held to 2 runs to make the score 9-0. But the top of the 4th was all Nationals, as they scored their first run of the tournament and scored the first run of the tournament against Team Elite. Team Elite gave up their first run of the tournament, and that was J.K. Hamilton who brought that one home. Now we head to the bottom of the 4th. The score is 9-1. The mercy rule is a 10-point lead in the 5th inning. So you have to have a 10-point lead. So if the Nationals can hold Team Elite to less than 2 runs and put some runs on the board in the top of the 5th, we can see them making this thing extended. Just don't want to ever get the mercy rule called on you in any game, any competition, because the mercy rule just takes you out of the game. And I personally don't like the mercy rule because, you know, any given thing can happen, like we said, with errors. And I don't like when teams are just taken out of the game and not even given a chance.
Right. Yeah, I agree. You would like to see teams see it out because you never know what can happen. And now we got the bottom of the 4th inning underway. Cameron Graybeal, first pitch is a ball here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 pitch on the way as he's working fast. Is popped up, and is that one going to get out of play? It is just over the netting, and it's going to be a 1-1 count now.
1-1 count, 0 outs. Gabriel did some work in the bottom of the 3rd. Even though 2 runs was given up, they weren't at the fault of his pitching. It was at the fault of the outfield. So Gabriel's still hot, in my opinion.
Yeah, Gabriel had a very good inning. Like you said, shouldn't have gave up those 2 runs, as it was a 2-run error on the part of the left fielder who couldn't come down with a pop fly out his way. 1-1 pitch was a little outside for ball 2. And now 2-1 pitch on the way, and that one just misses the outside corner of the plate for ball 3. One thing you don't want to happen here if you're Cameron Gabriel and Tennessee Nationals Red, you don't want to put on an early base runner here. Let's see if he can get this count right, and that's a good start as it's going to be a full count now after Team Elite Black fouled that one away. So 3-2 here. It's going to be big for Gabriel and the Nats if they can get the first out here.
Full count. Whose favor will it be in?
And it's going to be in the favor of the batter as that one goes outside for ball 4. So early base runner here. And this is a baseball rule of thumb. You never want to start things off with a leadoff walk, because it seems like any time in baseball where the leadoff batter gets walked, it almost always generates a runner. Something bad always happens. So
and we saw that here today with Jaden Anderson. He led off twice and scored 2 runs.
Yep.
He stayed active on the bases.
And now a pitch going to get away from the catcher. That one a wild pitch, and the runner is going to advance to second. And again, it's just the bad mojo and the bad luck of getting a leadoff walk. You never want to see it because stuff like this starts to happen, and it seems like things just start to unravel after that leadoff walk.
Definitely, Dylan. And like we keep saying, the score is 9-1. The Nationals are trying to avoid a mercy rule here as the runner on second has a lead, trying to get to third. Pitches coming in the low 80s from Gabriel, who is at the mound.
And it's a 2-0 count now here. No outs. Runner on second, as Symone said. Gabriel taking a look over at second before he delivers home, and that one outside for ball 3. 3-0 count here.
And when the pitchers start to look and worry too much about the base runner, that's usually when they have trouble finding the strike zone because they're turning around quickly. They're not having that time to calibrate their eyes and their arm to the strike zone. And he hits 21, the batter, in the back. They're always so dramatic when they get hit. I don't know how bad it hurts.
I mean, it's got to hurt pretty bad. Even if you're throwing 70 or 80, that's still a ball coming in pretty quick. And you get hit with that, and those baseballs aren't soft last time I checked.
That's true. And I was at a game yesterday. Can't remember which team it was. It was the Titans. They were so dramatic coming back into the dugout. Like, oh, then he keeps hitting me. The pitcher keeps hitting me. Like,
I mean, it's not fun to get hit with the baseball, so I can understand.
It's fun to walk.
I mean, it is fun to walk, but at what cost?
At what cost? See, I don't know. I've never gotten hit with a baseball, but I think I would like to have that walk. I mean, you don't like getting hit, but you like being able to walk, right?
No, that's true. Yeah, you like to get on base, but you just wish you could get on base on your own accord and that you didn't necessarily have to get hit. You know, they would rather, get a regular walk or just get a hit and get on base rather than getting hit. Because
that's true.
It's not fun to get hit.
And now we have Jaden Anderson, our Georgia State commit, scored 2 runs so far in this game. He is back at the plate, and he wants to hit a bomb today. I already know. He's wearing number 42, Jackie Robinson's number. He's a Georgia boy. I talked to him yesterday, and he said he's a big hit guy. He hasn't been able to hit it today because he's gotten 8 balls.
Not 9 straight balls now after that last pitch, so 9 straight balls from Jaden Anderson. So,
And you could just see it in his twitching. He wants to hit a bomb so bad, Dylan.
and he got a hold of that one but couldn't keep it fair as it comes back our way. Now it's a 1-1 count. But, yeah, you can tell Jaden Anderson is anxious and antsy. He's ready to get something to hit. You saw the first thing that was relatively close to him. Wasn't necessarily a good pitch to swing at, but he's gnawing and ready to swing at something he can get his bat around on.
And we were talking earlier about getting walked, whether they were walking Jaden intentionally or not. And
Jaden's going to pop that one up. That one was a mile high, but we see that one gotten there by first baseman. I think that was Ian Hubbard that made the play. It was Ian out there. But that one was Scott a mile high, and you could tell that time Jaden was a little too anxious, a little too impatient, and he was just looking for something to hit. I can understand it after seeing 9 straight balls, your first 3 at-bats, being ready to hit something that finally comes into the strike zone. But if I'm Jaden there, you probably want to have a little bit more patience, especially with the situation. You got runners on first and second, nobody out, as Ian is going to put that one through the hole, and that one is going to get through for a base hit. Went right in between the shortstop and third baseman there, and now we got the bases loaded as the runner at third held. So bases loaded, nobody out, and it was a good piece of hitting that time from Nolan Schubert. Schubert with his second hit of the day, and it gets the bases loaded with 1 out, and another prime opportunity here for Team Elite Black to put even more runs on the board, Symone.
And the bases are loaded for the first time today between either team. And again, it's that liability of the left field. Every time the ball line drives to left field, there's issues for the Nationals. And I think the Team Elite Nation team has definitely recognized that. I want to see that left part of the field tighten up defensively, commit to the ball. 3 guys missed the ball there. It's just better communication needs to be had between the left fielders. Anytime it's going to center field, tight. Anytime it's going to right field, tight. When that ball goes to left field, it's trouble for the Nationals.
I do get what you're saying, but I do think we have to give Nolan Schubert some credit on that, too. He did hit it right in the gap. And, I mean, you can speak on if there should have been that big of a gap, but the third baseman is guarding the line, and the shortstop is guarding, more towards second base. So you got to give Nolan Schubert a little bit of credit for hitting that one in the gap.
Nolan definitely deserves credit, but Nolan is at the plate, and last time Nolan was at the plate, he was hitting it to left field. So if Nolan's going to be out there, you would think the left fielders would tighten up when he's out there.
And that one is going to be hit into right field, and that one's going to get down, and that one's going to get to the wall, take a couple of bounces off the wall. One scores, another one coming home, and that one is going to score as well. And it is a 2-run double for Team Elite Black. They're up 11-1 in Symone. We've got that 10-run lead we were talking about. And are they going to end it here? They do, and there you go. Mercy rule for Team Elite Black. Walk-off 2-run double to right field as that one just got over the head of the right fielder. And, I mean, for Team Elite Black, they do it again, making quick work of their opponent. Took them just 4 innings to end the game here, Symone. So, I mean, you got to give your hats off to Team Elite Black here. And for the Nationals, I mean, you did at least get on the board today, so that's a silver lining, but still you never want to necessarily have a game end like this.
Definitely. In the Nationals, Team Elite Black has now scored 19 runs between 2 games here in the Upper Class World Series. They've only given up 1 run in 2 games, and that was off those errors that we were talking about. That doesn't happen all the time. As for the Nationals, they scored the first run of the tournament here today, and they also scored the first run against Team Elite Black. So they have some things to be proud of, especially the pitching. The pitching today, especially going up against a loaded Team Elite Black team, their pitching was definitely impressive. You got to remember, this Team Elite Black team has Oklahoma commits, Vanderbilt commits, Michigan commits, Georgia State commits, Georgia commits, and I think the pitching did well today.
Yeah, I mean, the Nationals had their hands full with a stacked team of talent. Not to say that, you know, the Tennessee Nationals red team isn't talented, but you can tell today just Team Elite Black was the better team, and the better team won today. And, you know, that happens more times than not. And Team Elite Black was not stopped today in any of the innings. They scored 6 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the third and fourth innings here. So great showing from Team Elite Black. They came out here and on their account did what they were supposed to do. And for the Nationals, you know, they went out, they played ball, they played hard, and, you know, they still have some good things they can take away from it. But just like any team, they have things they can